What if everything you believed about rejection was wrong? What if the moment that hurt the most, the no that stung, the door that closed, the person that walked away, was not the worst thing that ever happened to you? What if it was quietly, secretly, the best? Most people spend their lives running from rejection, afraid of it, ashamed of it, trying to avoid it at all costs. But the people who have lived the most extraordinary lives, the ones who built something real, loved deeply, and left a mark on this world, they all had one thing in common. They were rejected, repeatedly, and they learned to use it. Today, we're going to talk about what rejection is really doing for you, and by the end of this, you will never see it the same way again. And if you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. We share content like this every week, wisdom that actually changes the way you see yourself and the world around you. You are going to want to stay. Here is the first thing nobody tells you about rejection. It has a direction. Every no you have ever received was pointing somewhere, not backward, not downward, somewhere else. Somewhere that, with enough time and enough perspective, almost always turns out to be better. Think about the times in your own life when something did not work out, the job you did not get, the relationship that ended before you were ready, the plan that fell apart. Now, think about what came after. Most people, when they look back honestly, realize that the rejection they feared the most was the very thing that steered them toward exactly where they needed to go. Rejection is not a wall. It is a compass, and it is always pointing towards something more aligned with who you truly are, even when you cannot see it yet. The question is not why did this happen to me? The question is, where is this taking me? Here is something the world will never say out loud but is absolutely true. Only the courageous get rejected. The person who never tries, who never applies, never speaks up, never reaches for something that feels just slightly out of reach. That person never feels the sting of rejection, but they also never feel the electricity of a yes that changed their life. Every rejection you have ever experienced is a receipt, proof that you showed up, proof that you tried, proof that you were brave enough to want something and courageous enough to go after it. That is not something to be ashamed of. That is something to be proud of. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who were never rejected. They are the ones who kept moving forward after every single no because they understood that rejection was never a verdict on their worth. It was just part of the price of showing up fully in life. And that price, it is always worth paying. This next truth takes a little time to sit with, but once it lands, it changes everything. What was not meant for you will never stay, no matter how hard you hold on. And what is truly meant for you cannot be taken away, no matter what it looks like in this moment. The relationship that ended, even though you fought for it. The opportunity that slipped through your fingers, even though you were ready. The door that stayed closed, even though you knocked with everything you had. What if those were not failures? What if the universe was simply being honest with you, firmly, gently, lovingly, telling you that your energy belongs somewhere else, that your gifts are needed in a different place, that there is a chapter coming in your story that this moment was never part of? When you start to trust that, truly trust it, rejection stops feeling like a punishment. It starts feeling like guidance. And you stop chasing what walked away. You start moving toward what is waiting for you. When everything is going well, it is almost impossible to know your own depth. Comfort is wonderful, but comfort does not reveal character. It only confirms what is already easy. Rejection is different. Rejection strips everything back, and in that raw, uncomfortable, sometimes painful space, you discover something extraordinary about yourself. You discover the part of you that remains standing after everything else has been taken away, the part that does not crumble, the part that keeps breathing, keeps thinking, keeps choosing to move forward. That part of you, the one that shows up after the fall, that is the truest version of who you are. Every rejection you have survived has added something permanent to you, a layer of resilience, a depth of understanding, a quiet, unshakable knowledge that you can handle more than you thought. You are not the same person you were before your hardest rejection. You are stronger, clearer, more yourself. And that version of you, forged in the difficulty of no, is extraordinary. Nothing great arrives before you are ready for it, and readiness is not something you declare. It is something that gets built in you, quietly, patiently, one difficult experience at a time. The yes that is coming, the one that is truly meant for you, requires a version of you that does not yet fully exist. Rejection is not keeping you from it. Rejection is building you toward it. Every no is teaching you something. Every setback is developing something in you. Every closed door is giving you time to grow into the person who will know exactly what to do when the right door finally opens. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are being prepared. Here is the truth that separates the people who grow from rejection from the people who are consumed by it. It is not what happened to you, it is what you choose to do next. Rejection will always sting. That is human. That is honest. And there is nothing wrong with letting yourself feel it fully. But after you feel it, and this is where everything changes, you have a choice. You can let that rejection become a story you tell yourself about why you are not enough, why the world is against you, why there is no point in trying again. Or you can let it become fuel. Fuel for clarity, because now you know what you truly want. Fuel for growth, because now you know what you need to develop. Fuel for determination, because now you have something real to prove to yourself. The most empowering response to rejection is not anger. It is not bitterness. It is not giving up. It is standing up quietly, calmly, with your dignity fully intact and taking one deliberate step forward. That step is yours. No rejection in the world can take it from you. So here is what we want you to carry with you today. Rejection is not evidence that you are not enough. It never was. It is evidence that you tried, that you were brave, that you are being redirected towards something better, that you are being refined into someone stronger, that you are being prepared for something that actually fits who you are. The people who live the most meaningful lives are not the ones who were never rejected. They are the ones who looked at every no, every closed door, every painful goodbye, every missed opportunity, and chose to keep going anyway. Not because it was easy, but because they believed, deeply, quietly, unshakably, that their story was not over. And neither is yours. Leave a comment below. Tell us, what rejection in your life turned out to be the greatest gift in disguise? We read every single one. If this resonated with you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it right now. They will thank you for it. And if this is your first time here, subscribe right now, because every single week we come back with truths like this one. truths that remind you of how strong you already are. We would love to have you as part of this community. Until next time, keep going, keep growing, and always remember, the no that hurt the most was never the end of your story. It was the beginning of a better one.